Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. So, where's the cap to that? Before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching, I just had it. Oh. That these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. I'm like running out of this one. Look at that. There's like not much left. This is really good. This is a field trip, overnight trip, hydrating lip mask with moringa butter. I got it as a gift. And I like this because it's like silky. Silky. Yeah. I like it. Decently priced as well. I looked it up. Alright, so before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, I think it was yesterday's video or the video before that, I talked about how I was working on something really cool. So yeah, that video should be up. I'm hoping maybe, because it's a lot, maybe by next week, hopefully. Alright, it's just a lot of cleaning up to do, but it's fine. I have the time to do that. Alright, so I'm going to start pulling cards and we'll see what comes out. La 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 la. I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday. Hold on. Right, for the most part, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Great Tuesday. Right? Oh, that's great, because thanks for supporting my channel, and I've noticed that more people are like commenting on the videos. Like sometimes they're like old videos that people comment on, but that's fine. Like, I don't mind. I appreciate the comments, I do, and the support on my channel. So there really is no problem. They're doing yard work outside, by the way, so you're gonna be hearing a lot of that. If you comment and you don't notice or see your comment immediately pop up, is because I have it set to approve the comments, because sometimes people get weird. And I had one time, I had someone comment on my this was like a year and a half ago or something like that. I had someone comment on my video, and I know there are people that use comment sections of videos to communicate. So, like, I had someone comment on my video, like, on my comment section, like an old video, like a location, right? And this is before I had my comments pre-approved. And then someone else commented, right? And it was like, there was like maybe like 10 comments after they commented. Like, and it was odd because if you pay attention, you can piece it together, right? So someone commented a location, and then someone else commented a response to that, but it wasn't under that it was, and I'm like, that's weird. You're not gonna do that on my channel. And it was like numbers and symbols, and it was weird. So people do weird things in the comment sections, and then not only that, but you're not about to like use my comment section as like a scamming thing. No. But not only that, but then people like also comment like mean things, and no, I don't have to read those. I don't have to accept those. It's my channel. I can do what I want. So if you want to be mean, don't do it on my channel. That's simple, right? But aside from that, everything's pretty kosher, and I like that. Alright. Ooh, that was great. Kipper. Those are firefighters, and I don't know if you can hear that. We have high honor reverse. There could be something happening, something drastic. I'm hearing that one TikTok sound, paging Dr. P. Emergency, emergency, paging Dr. P. You know that TikTok sound where they do like a dance or whatever? So I was just hearing that. Plus we have high honor reverse, and then firefighters and sirens in the background. So, which is interesting, because the work outside is like, wow. It's like yard work. So something is being reworked for you, upgraded, like renovations or whatever. This could be like your insides. This could be like your home. This could be your path. It's being cleared of debris, obstacles, and blah, 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 right? So that's great for you. On the other hand, there's a person that is no longer of high honor. They lost their status, their credibility. All right, this person fell. You know, there's something that's telling me this. Something is telling me this person was never really high up there, anyways. Something is telling me that this person was never really genuinely a high-ranking person. This person was always someone of low caliber, low bar, low quality. And I know that sounds really mean to call someone that, but I'm just trying to give you this picture, all right? I'm just trying to tell you, this person was never someone of your caliber, right? They were never someone of equal value to you. This person was always someone lower in status, lower, and it has to do a lot because of their insides, right? A karmic person cannot equate to a divine feminine or divine masculine. It's just not. A karmic person cannot even equate to a regular masculine, a regular feminine. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just not. You're low quality, you're low caliber, you're, right? It's like a Queen of Wands reverse trying to compare herself to the Queen of Wands upright. Ma'am, I don't think so. A King of Wands reverse trying to compare himself to a King of Wands upright. I don't think so. You're not. You're a low quality, low bar. You're not up there. So now that you understand what I'm trying to say, I'm getting that this person was never truly really up there. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so I really have the feeling that this person was never really like, I'm getting like cleansed or pure or innocent, demure. Maybe this could be a karmic feminine. There's something really, really dark about this person's like energy, aura. I said energy, but the word that was popping in my head was aura. So this would be somebody like you'll get around, like they'll. Oh my god, that felt so good. They'll be around you or something, and you just feel like uncomfortable. Like you want to just like. This is kind of like the energy where you just kind of like want to like, okay, how do I, okay, so you know how like, let's say you're outside at a picnic, right? And you start feeling like it's a beautiful sunny day outside, you're at a picnic, right? And you start feeling like the weather's changing. Like you feel like it's about to rain. So your first instinct is what? You just grab everything and you start running out of the rain. This is that energy. This person, like, when they're around, they just make you want to, like, gather all your belongings and just, like, move away or go away or go to the other room or, you know, park on the other side of the street or whatever. It's this energy. It's very, it's very dark. And the best thing I have to say about this energy is that you can always tell when it's near. You can always tell when it's on the way coming near, right? You can always just, like the rain. You know how, like, when the rain, you can smell the rain when it's arriving, or you can feel it. You can, like, sense it, right? And so because of your senses are able to pick up on the rain, the oncoming rain that's about to transpire, you have enough time to gather your belongings and go. Right? You're able to just kind of like pack up and go kind of energy, right? So this is that person, right? It is crazy because it's literally because of who they are, because they're like a walking storm. You can sense it. So that's just a little tidbit background of this person for you, because I don't feel like this person was ever on the same wavelength as you. So there's a person that is not of high honor, all right, and they never really were of high honor. Maybe they had chances where they could have, like, possibility done something where the scales started to tip and then tip, but then they do some dumb stuff again where it just goes back, right? So it's kind of like they do things where it's like, oh, maybe, nope, no, they're not. It's like that. All right. Thief in reverse. So this person cannot steal from you. They cannot kill, steal, and destroy when it comes to you. And I'm only laughing because it's like you really thought you had something going for you, but that only depended on being able to kill, steal, and destroy the collective. And that did not work. That did not happen. It's crazy. The entire time I was not recording, that yard work was not happening. And then now that I'm recording again, the yard work is happening again. Whatever. But you just gotta make do, right? I think they're cutting wood, because I think I just heard like a little piece of wood plank go plunk on the ground. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, so they can't steal from you. They couldn't steal from you. So if they couldn't steal from you, right, so let's do like a timeline, right? So let's say this person that was not of high honor, right, and maybe you were just like a regular masculine, feminine energy, right, not really exactly of high honor yet. Well, you were always of high honor. Maybe not like exactly divine, feminine, masculine yet, but you were up there. You were going, you were whatever, right, on this journey. So, they couldn't steal from you when you were like a regular feminine, masculine energy. But then some reworking happening, renovations, blah, 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 your journey, healing, great, all that good stuff, kosher, right? And it's crazy because if they couldn't before when you were like a regular person, they definitely can't now that you're like a divine, feminine, masculine, which is crazy to think, which is crazy to think that they even have a chance at this, which is like, what's wrong with you? Like, if you couldn't before when they were just a regular person, like, what makes you think you can now that you're definitely not of high honor and what you're trying to steal is from a divine, feminine, masculine? It's not going to work. If it didn't work before, it's definitely not going to work now. It's just not. It's just not. I'm hearing more than one, so this was more than one person doing this. It could have been a group of people that were not of high honor, maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe a group of 1 to 8 people. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 people. Why did the guys outside yelling just say something about a weapon? So there could have been like so there's actually 9 people in here, right? So there were like a group of people, maybe like, wait, let me count just in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 people. So a group of 9 people decided to wage war on you, to take something from you, to kill, steal, and destroy from you, right? Because these people, this coven, this cult, this group of people, not only were they never of high honor, but they felt like in order to gain something, to make themselves be or seen as high honor, they had to take from you, right? And at the time, I picked up on this before. At the time, you were just a regular person, unbeknownst of your own power, unbeknownst of your own, you didn't even know of your potential, your value, your magic, your lineage, your worth, blah, blah, blah. So you obviously would have been like the perfect candidate for this. But then something happened and you woke up, la, 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 la. You're walking in your power. You are now a divine feminine, divine masculine. So now that you know your value and your worth, this is nigh impossible is what I'm hearing. It's definitely not happening. All right. So that's that. There's a group of, this could be 9 people in your family, or 9 people that is mixed with family, friends, 9 people, family, friends, neighbors. It's a group of 9 people. All right. I'm also getting that some of these people that are in this cult, coven, whatever, you probably aren't even realizing that, oh wow, I didn't know that they know each other, right? It's kind of like that. So yeah, they don't have anything that is set for them for like their future, their lineage. Like they don't have any inheritances coming for them or being given to them. They just don't. It's kind of like, put it like this, it's kind of like trust fund babies. All right, let's use that as an example. Trust fund babies are called trust fund babies because, you know, they have a trust fund guaranteed to them, right? They have that inheritance. They have that trust fund that is guaranteed to them, right? They have something to look forward to in the future. They have something that, whether it be they turn a certain age or after a certain amount of time, like they get something, right? It's most likely money, right? These are people where their ancestors, they kind of like used up all their own resources, all their own money. They sold their house, they sold this, they sold that. So because they did that, their ancestors left nothing for this group of people. They left nothing for them. So these people now, right now, they don't have anything. And because they don't have anything, whether it's stability, foundation, gifts, honor, freedom, finances, money, they don't have anything now, right? And so because they don't have anything now, they can't leave anything for the future. In order for them to do that, they would have to work from the ground up, right? Whereas trust fund babies, right, their ancestors left them a yacht, a boat, a car, a house, a mansion, a legacy, a business, finances, reputation, right? So it's kind of like that trust fund baby, right? They may not have money, but because their parents were so-and-so or their grandfather was so-and-so, the name alone allows them to have access and opportunity above, right? So even that alone is something. These people, their ancestors left them nothing, because they used it all up and they were very selfish and greedy in the time that their ancestors had whatever they had. So they left their lineage nothing. Their lineage is them. This is now, right? So they have nothing. So because they have nothing now, right? No reputation, no opportunity, blah, blah, they can't leave anything for their generation, whatever. That's done, right? You get that now? Now, you, in this reading, would be considered the trust fund baby. You have inheritances, you have reputation, you have recognition, you have a name, you have something that was left to you, right? Which is allowing you to have all these doors, opportunities, networking, right? Like you can say, oh, I'm so-and-so, oh, is so and so blah 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 your blah 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 blah, and you'd be like, yeah, that's my la 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 la. Oh wow, come here, come meet so and so, come, let me introduce you, right? It's, you have that, whatever it is, you have it, right? There's a group of like 9 people. They don't have that because their ancestors, no offense, but they weren't good people. I need to choose my words wisely. They were not good people, and they didn't care about how it would affect their future generation, which is these people now. All right, so they try to take something from you, right? Because their ancestors left them nothing. Your ancestors left you everything, right? For some of you, it's reputation, it's a name, it's a business, it's finances, it's a house, it's inheritances, it's good luck, it's gifts, it's you have a lot. All right, and they try to take that from you, and your ancestors are like, no, absolutely not. I'm also getting that these people's ancestors, they're saying to your ancestors, they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know why, I'm sorry, they shouldn't have done that, they shouldn't, like, these people's ancestors are apologizing to your ancestors on behalf of, like, their great 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 grandchildren, great 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 niece, great 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 grandson, nephew, daughter, whatever. Like, their ancestors are apologizing on behalf of their, you know, not of high honor relatives to your ancestors, because your ancestors, like, they're not about to do that. You should have thought better, and they're not going to be taking that out on our baby. That's our baby. Like, we left this for our baby. You're not. No. And that also, your ancestors are much stronger, more virile. Is that what is that word? That's interesting. Ooh, virile. Having strength, energy, and a strong sex drive, typically used of a man. So you have strong, healthy, active ancestors, and the men, your masculine ancestors, right? They're like, I don't know, they're just, what is that? Liberty. That's a little embarrassing, but the you have your masculine ancestors are just full of life and energy, and so you have that kind of strength coursing through you. So you could be, it doesn't matter if you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, you are fertile, right? And that is in every sense of the word. Spiritually and out here, you're very, very fertile. You can create like nobody's business, right? You, I'm hearing that there's like a Tyler Perry movie. I forgot which one it was, but it was the one where the mother had like, she was like a single mom, and she was gonna go on a date with this guy, and the guy was like talking to, I think it was like her grandparents, which was like Medea and Medea's like husband or whatever, and the guy was like warning. The grandfather was like warning the guy, saying, "Be careful not to hug her because she's fertile," right? Something like that. It was like a funny moment, but I'm getting like your yeah, you have whatever your ancestors had, they gave it to you, right? You just had to allow it and accept it. So that's strength, virility, health, wealth, reputation, recognition, good standing, moral character, right? Like, you can create like nobody's business. If you're a woman, you can have babies if you wanted to, right? Or you have babies, or if you don't have any now, it's you can have ideas and create, and you're very creative, and you can, you know, But those are some of the things that your ancestors have given you. You have that strength. And that's another thing too with that virility, that word, right? A lot of that is, because every time I say that word, I'm seeing like young Native American men, but like in the warrior stance. Like they're ready to go. Like they're ready to like throw some hands and bows and arrows. Like they're ready. Because they have the energy, they have the strength, they have the vitality, the health, and the energy to do so, right? So it's kind of like these people who waged war on you to take what you have, they're no match to your ancestors. And your ancestors, they have like no say or power. So the only thing, like the best course of action for these people's ancestors to do is to apologize on their lineage's behalf, because your ancestors they're not down with the shits. I'm not with the shits. They're not. All right, well, now we can move on. Oh, jeez Louise. That's so funny, because I was gonna say that at the head of this like weird group cult coven is a karmic woman, is a woman who kind of like led the charge, led this go forth and seal and bring back to me, right? It was a woman that's like the head of this. We have a mature woman in reverse. Wait, in the beginning of the reading, didn't I say karmic feminine? It felt like a karmic feminine. Or did I just say that in my head? Either way, there's a karmic woman, an older woman, right? She's older than you, who is like leading, or yeah, she's still doing this dumbass shit. She's still like leading the charge to this, right? And I'm getting like everyone's like worn down, exhausted, tired, and she's like, no, keep going. And everyone's like running out of bullets and ammo, and everyone's like sweaty and tired, and like they're down to like their last portion of food, and I don't know, everyone's just beaten and downtrodden. The ancestors of, so let's say there's a group of 9 people, right? And there's this karmic woman is like at the head of that. So the other 8 people, their ancestors are apologizing to your ancestors. This karmic woman, she's by herself. She's by herself spiritually. She doesn't really have support. She doesn't have anyone to speak on her behalf, to apologize for her behalf, to, you know how like, you know, I like to, you know, on behalf of my mother, I would like to apologize, or like on behalf of my brother, I like to, things like that, you know. This woman has no one to speak for her. She's by herself. Whereas the other 8 people in this group, their ancestors, I'm sorry. They're like apologizing to your ancestors, but this woman, she's alone. Not just out here, but in spirit as well. She's alone. That's actually very, very sad. But then again, she's like a dark witch, so it is what it is. She'll be alright. Alright, I'm gonna get one more kipper and then I will move on. Lovers on the fence. Child, upright. You know what I was getting all day today? It's only been a couple hours, but child upright on the bottom of the deck, right? So since a child, you were always guaranteed something, all right? You could also have a childlike wonder or a sense of innocence to you, a pureness, a cleanliness, a cleanness to you. It's just... like you're seen as like a God's baby, right? I just burped, sorry. We have lovers on the fence. Let me tell you what I was getting earlier. I was getting a story of a woman, like a mother figure, right? I was getting the story of a mother figure who was not having any luck in particular in love, right? She was not. This is literally what came to me this earlier today, right? So I'm gonna tell you, because this is exactly what this is. I'm getting right with the lovers on the fence, right? I know I be stalling sometimes because I feel like sometimes the things I say, it just be like catastrophic. All right. So I was saying earlier, there was a mother figure, like a mother who never really had luck in love. She was just tired of always being abandoned, always being alone, always being beaten, always being exhausted and tired, and on top of that, she's getting up there in age, right? So this could have also been in a time where if you're unmarried as a woman as a certain age, you're definitely not being taken serious, right? Or you're definitely being ostracized in the community. You're seen as like something's wrong with her or whatever the case is, right? Whatever. Now, add that this is someone who really cares about what people think about them, okay? So that's that. So, this mother figure... so you could be a divine feminine, a divine masculine. You could be this woman's daughter or this woman's son. Either way, you could be this woman's child, this karmic woman's child, right? So that would mean that you share some of their ancestors, all right? So I was getting that there was a mother figure who had bad luck in love. So what she decided to do, she decided to go to someone who dabbles in the dark arts and basically decided to make an exchange. The exchange would be her lack luck in love. So her lack of luck in love, right? But whoever she went to that dabbles in the dark arts, they said, first of all, you're not meant to have great love. That's just not for you, right? But however, your child is meant for great things, great love, great whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if you want great love in this lifetime, because that's not what you're meant for, it's not in there for you, it's just not. For whatever reason, that's just not something that's guaranteed for you, okay? Also keep in mind that not everybody is meant to have a great love, not everyone's meant to have a great career, not everyone's meant to have great this, great that, whatever, right? Not everyone's meant to be a great singer, okay? It's just not. Not everyone is like that. But in this particular situation, this mother figure was just not meant for great love. That's just how it was for her. So whoever she went to that dabbles in the dark arts, they looked into that. They told her, you, woman, are not meant for this great love. Your child, however, is. Whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine child, whatever. Your child is meant for great love. But if you want great love, you would have to take it from someone else. So basically, you have this mother figure who made an exchange. Her bad luck in love, she would give it to her child and then take her child's great luck in love. Like a destiny swap. So there's a mother figure who tried to destiny swap with her child only for love. Because her child was meant for great love and it was just not there for her. Probably because this woman was supposed to be focusing on other things like healing and forgiveness and breaking generational curses and blah, 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 right? She didn't want to do that. That's probably why she wasn't meant for great love, because God's like, you have other things to worry about. I'm sorry, but whatever. So this mother figure, this is everything I was getting this morning, right? This mother figure decided to sacrifice her child's future of having a great love, take it for herself, and give her bad luck in love to her child, right? So there was like a whole ritual done, blah, 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 blah. There's a group of people that know about a destiny swap attempt, right? Sorry, it's a very important text. It's about cheese balls. Snacks. So... Alright, So now let's say this woman was put under an illusion that it worked, that she was able to have this, right? This destiny swap to work, right? So the child would get all of this mother's trauma and bondage and betrayal and lack of love. Now this is also love in general. Lack of love for self, feeling unloved, not loved by God. This is all feelings, right? Feeling unloved by God, feeling like they can never find the right person, feeling like they have bad luck in love, blah, 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 right? However, and here's that word again, contingent, right? Contingency plans. And I said this phrase in a reading like a day or two ago. What this dark feminine mother figure did not know, that this would only work, right? But there are contingency plans. Like this would only work if the karmic feminine, if the divine feminine, divine masculine did not learn how to love themselves, right? So as long as collective, you didn't love yourself, didn't care about yourself, blah, 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 of course your mom's gonna get whatever you didn't get, right? And then you have to suffer and do this and blah, 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 all that stuff, right? But I think that the worker who worked in the dark arts, I don't think they told this karmic mother figure that part. And I think the person who they went to dabble in the dark arts, they must have been like, damn, that's really messed up for you to try and destiny swap with your own baby, your own child. Like, you would do that? So I think the person that they went to that dabbled in the dark arts, I don't think they told them that. But the whole, this karmic, it's like a karmic mother figure. Her whole plan was to, as long as you don't have love, feel imbalanced, they can destiny swap with you. But it didn't work because you learned how to love yourself, you learned how to balance yourself out. So that's why they couldn't steal this destiny from you. Now, for some of you, this may not even be your own mother. This could be a mother figure, like an aunt or a grandmother or a friendly neighbor, right? I've been getting the word tricky adult lately. The past week, I've been hearing that phrase, a tricky adult. So a tricky adult is basically, and that's used in terms when it comes to an adult that is a predator to children. So a tricky adult is someone who is basically wants to spend an unusual amount of time with your child. This is if you have children, right? Or maybe this was you experienced a tricky adult, right? So I should put a trigger warning on this, right? A tricky adult is someone who wanted to spend an unusual amount of time with you as a child or with your child, who gives your child lavish gifts for no reason, or gave you lavish gifts for no reason, or always wanted to, like, always found ways to, like, touch you as a child or whatever, or always tries to find ways to, like, get close to your child, right? Those are tricky adults that you have to really pay attention to, because there's no reason why, unless you're a parent, you're that interested in getting close to a child, or they were trying to get close to you, right? So it could be trying to, like, curse that child, something inappropriate, destiny swap, right? It's, you got to be careful with tricky adults. So either this was a tricky adult to you, or this is someone that's trying to do this to your child, or this is someone that, yes? This could even be like your own mom that was, like, weirdly invested in your love life. Yes, my love.
Can you sing what?
You want me to sing with you?
I need candy. Can I have that candy? And then my breakfast.
Yes, because you ate your breakfast, so yes, you can have some. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I have candy too. So, yeah. So basically, this destiny swap would have been successful. Whether this is like whether this is like your mother figure, a mother figure, like an aunt, uncle, no, like an aunt, a grandmother, a friendly neighbor, whatever, right? It was supposed to, like, what they were trying to do by waging war, they were trying to keep your, I don't know, love like to a halt, trying to stagnate it, trying to like not have you like be a stranger to love. But it's so weird because God is love. So I feel like if you turned to God, that's it, right? Like, hello. I don't think these people realize that like love is just more than just a feeling, or love is like a way of being. It's an understanding. It's a contract, right? It's there's just so much with love. Oh, I feel it in my chest, right? And like, God is love. Love is God. So this is someone, obviously, if they did all of this for love, they're not understanding that you can't steal God from someone else, right? If you love the Most High God, then you have love already right there. So that's why this never worked. I'm also getting that whoever they went to do this work on you, this ritual or whatever, the person who dabbled in the dark arts, this is really good. They gave this karmic mother figure, or this karmic woman, the illusion that it worked, right? And they were perfectly fine with that. This woman was fine with that illusion because she was none the wiser. But of course, because of the contingency plans, this would only work if you never woke up, if you never found love for yourself, if you never have love for God, right? And I feel like that's what happened. That's why it wasn't working before, right? Because this woman was never meant for this. She was never giving permission for this kind of life, right? And this dark worker knew that. You cannot go against the Most High God's plan. And this dark worker knew that I'll give you the illusion that, yes, this is going to work, well, I'll give you the illusion, but one day, blah, blah, blah is going to happen. And at that point, that dark worker is nowhere to be found. They're long, 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 long gone. Right? They're probably living on an island off the grid somewhere or some shit like that. They're nowhere to be found. But anyway, so yeah, all of this was supposed to keep the love that you have for yourself, your this great love that you're meant to have, stagnated. Like, you were not supposed to have this, but you do, because that's what was always in the plan for you, right? Maybe you probably came out a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more wiser, a little bit more knowledgeable, a little bit more loving, patient, kind, compassionate, cleaner. But that's great. If anything, that's great for you, right? But you were always, what was always meant to be yours, God was like, it is what it is. And the universe was like, all right, say less. And that was that. And this dark worker, it could have been a woman. She knew that she could only give the illusion that they can go against the Most High God, right? Right? Because this was something that was given to you by the Most High God. Oh, okay. Let me get one more kipper and then I'm gonna move on. So for some of you, if this was your own mother that was trying to destiny swap with you, fear not, because that was never going to work, because it just wasn't. That's not what God had in store for you. She could have been working day and night, night and day, right? Or this karmic woman figure, she could have been working day and night, night and day, right? And the only reason why that illusion worked for so long is because there could have been a time in your life where you didn't care about yourself, your priorities, your future, your goals, ambitious, motivation. You just, kind of same shit, different day energy, being reckless, just not caring, right? So, of course, that illusion gives them like, yes, it's working, right? Of course, this cult, this coven, whatever, let's... honey hive mindset, of course they're gonna seem like they're on the track on the up and up, right? Of course. But then you're like, I'm gonna love myself now, and then that's when everything changed, right? Because you're allowed to do that. That was always meant to be yours, right? It was just when you chose to do that, right? And you decide, I'm gonna love myself now. And then everyone on your team like, yeah, hooray, woohoo! You know how like in the ending of Mulan, all her ancestors are like having a party, right? And they're celebrating. That's like your ancestors. Like the minute that you decided to love yourself and clean up shop and whatever, that's when everyone's like, hooray, now we can do our job because they're doing their job in the physical pathway upright. Look, that's beautiful. Yeah, now you're on the good the good path, right? Alright, now I'm gonna move on to tarot, and then I'll close the reading with a Bible verse. Wow. 8 of Swords upright. Yeah, they were trying to keep you in prison and locked out of heaven. They were trying to do that to you. I feel like this woman was really trying to destiny swap with you. Take your love for yourself and the Most High God and both. Take your gift of love and give you her gift of imprisonment. Yes. Sorry, this is about... cheese balls. I feel like the Utz brand of cheese balls and the Cheeto brand of cheese balls are the best cheese balls there are. Any other brand is so mediocre. But the Utz ones, like the one that comes in like the big container, that brand, and believe it or not, Cheetos, though the ones that come in the canister, right? Those cheese balls, delish. Gosh, I love snacks. Who was it? You know what? I'm gonna let me just double check something. Melly Scarlet Rose, right? She had commented, you commented saying something about the universal snack yums. I'm gonna try that. Because I know that's like a subscription box, right? I'm gonna try that, and then I'll do like when a box comes in, I'll do like a little video, and like I'll show you the snacks and all that. Like I'll try them for the first time, and then that'll be fun because I love snacks. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so yeah, this is what they wanted. They wanted you to not have love. Love is freedom. Love is life. Love, right? Everything is love, right? Love cures. Love is the key to everything. Love is stronger than anything and everything, right? Because that's the most powerful and potent frequency there is love, right? You have love in your life, you have all the power in the world. You can do whatever you want, right? And it's even better because you do it responsibly, because you have love in your heart. So of course you're able to be responsible with that power. That's why you can create like nobody's business, right? That's why you're fertile like nobody's business. So this woman, she just wanted like the feeling of love, or like to be married or whatever, not understanding that love is more than just a marriage. And love is just because there are people who think that just because they'll get married, they'll love themselves or they'll be happy, and it's more than that. So this could be somebody who is in a marriage and they're not even happy in their marriage. They don't love their partner doesn't love them, they're so miserable, blah blah blah. Because love is more than that, right? Love is more than that. But that's not my business, so I'm not going to get into that. But so this woman thought that like if she can steal your great love, not realizing that great love is something, it's like it's a responsibility, it's gifts, it's manifestation, it's creating, it's balanced, it's happiness, it's peace, right? But in her mind, she thought she was just gonna steal your destiny for a marriage, to get married, just not be alone, right? In her own struggles and sadness and misery and chaos and blah 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 blah. So she was willing to steal the great love of a child just so that way she wouldn't be alone in life. All right, but again, love is just more than just a rinky-dink marriage. It's a whole contract, man. It's a whole thing. So yeah, Eight of Swords upright. They wanted to steal this great love of you. I can't even explain how, like, there's so many layers. Like, I can't explain it to you what I'm trying to, like, say. So hopefully you're able to understand what I've been saying thus far. But, like, I'm gonna get emotional, so I'm gonna move on. Yeah, this is what they wanted to give you: their fears, their doubts, their confusion, their imprisonment, their stagnation, their anxieties, their sadness. They wanted to give you that energy. That's probably, like I said in the beginning, they weren't meant for great love in this lifetime, because God is like, you're not meant for that, because you still have a lot of karmic debt to pay. You still have a lot of healing to do. You still have a lot of shadow work to do. You still have a lot of reflection, looking at yourself in the mirror to do. You're in this lifetime, especially where this woman was at the time, by the time she was able to even get to great love, she would have been like an old crone. So, and for her to start now, if she starts now, it's going to carry on into her next life. And so by the time she's like maybe in her 40s, then she would have a great love. All right? But it's a process, okay? This woman, the reason why she was not meant for great love in this time is because she had a lot of work to do before she can actually start loving herself. Great love is more than just a rinky-dink marriage. It's also loving yourself in peace and balance, blah, blah. That's why she wasn't meant for that in this lifetime. Oh, well, what if she had started? No. I literally just said, even if she had started at the time where she decided to do this destiny swap, she would have been an old crone by the time she decided to find great love. She had no interest in starting the work, right? It didn't matter if she had started it at the time when you were a child, when this took place, because by the time she was like an old crone, that's when, like on the last day of her deathbed, that's when I finally choose to love myself. The very last day where you're carrying your breath, that's when you choose to love yourself. That's sad. So that's why it was just not in the plans for her to have great love in this life. I'm not saying forever. That's not a thing, right? I'm not saying forever. It's just in this life. So now when she has to come back, hopefully then she'll do things differently and stop trying to steal other people's great love and learn how to have great love for herself or himself. So that's that. And they get to be stuck in their own self-imposed imprisonment, spiritual jail. They get to have this. This is their energy. Like, congratulations, you get to keep what is exactly is yours. Because no, I don't want that. And you get to keep what's yours. Six of Pentacles reverse. Wow. What? So not only did they try to destiny swap with you, take your great love and give you their Eight of Swords energy, but that didn't work. Like, why would the collective willingly take on someone else's debt? That's not a thing. That's not going to happen. God would never let that happen. Six of Pentacles reverse. They think it's fair that it's so weird. They think it's fair that you won't like you won't get locked up for them and take on their debt. Like, they think it's weird that you won't do that They think it's unfair that you won't do that. I'm also getting someone, there's like a woman saying like, if you really loved me, if you really cared about me, you would do this for me. Why? That's not love. Right? Like, if you really loved me, you would lock yourself up for me. If you really loved me, you would take on my debt. No? What? Are you dumb? I really don't want to be mean, but they think it's fair that you won't take on their debt, and they don't think it's fair that you get to have this great love and they don't. And this could be somebody that's older than you. This could be like an aunt. Or like this could be like an aunt. They don't think it's fair that you get to have great love and they don't. And it's bugging them because they're older than you. But it's kind of like it's not. Oh my God. It's just, no one said that they're not meant for great love. It's just in this lifetime. That's not saying forever. And the crazy thing is, if you just do the shadow work, the healing, the reflection, the looking deep within, and then, right, you'll have great love. Like, you can't get mad at someone because they chose to live their life differently than you. But they think it's unfair that you get to have this great love and you won't take on their debts and their imprisonment. And it's like, you're free because you chose to be free. This is very, like, this is someone who, when they talk to you, you're just like, get away from me. Get away from me. Go away. This is that kind of energy. Like, the minute they start talking, they just I can't be around you because I'm gonna want to, like, get away. Right? You're gonna want to Popeyes this person. Just get away. Get away. Get away from me. Go away. Go away. So here's the thing. If this person does start talking to you, because I do feel like this is the same person that I've been picking up on, that wants to, like backhanded I did a reading not too long ago where it was all about backhanded compliments, and they're trying to, like, interrogate you or, like, make you have to, like, prove yourself or whatever. This is that energy, right? And you do need to be mindful, because that's the reaction that they want, is exactly that. They want you to, like, put hands on them. Also, it's funny too, because this person is going to be deliberately instigating you. They're going to be saying the dumbest things on purpose. They're going to be saying, wow, I can't believe you wore that dress with that figure. It actually looks good on you. Wow. This person, they're going to be saying things like that on purpose, just to get you annoyed, to get you riled up, to get you to be like, you know what? That's enough. That's exactly what they want. They're going to be doing these things on purpose. It's not, oh, well, I didn't know. Right, with that whole, I didn't know that what I said was offending them. I didn't know they would be offended. Oh my gosh, like, they can't take a joke. They're doing that on purpose, right? Because they want you to put hands and feet on them. This person, this is somebody, I'm telling you, when they talk to you, you're just going to be like, you're going to have to get up and walk away. Because if you sit there, right, trying to be the bigger person, and if you sit there and they're going to say something that's going to, they want to trigger you. They want to say something that's going to, like, get a reaction out of you, the best reaction. You know what? That's enough. Like, that's exactly what they want. So don't try to just sit there and take it and take it and take it and take it and take it. Just get up and walk away. Like, and you're gonna feel it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the reading, the video, whatever. The minute this person starts approaching you, you're going to feel it, because you're going to want to pack everything up and get away. This is like a walking storm. All right, this woman is a walking storm, and you're going to feel it, right? Your senses are going to, everything is going to tell you, now you have to leave. Now is the time to get up and go. Now is the time, say your goodbye, say this, move away. Well, now is the time. Because if you stay, this person's intentions are to literally trigger you. I keep getting like a hairline fracture. What? A hairline fracture is like when you, like, fall or something like that, right? And it's like a fracture in the bone, but they call it a hairline fracture because it's literally like as thin as a piece of hair. A hairline fracture. You got to be careful too, because if this person has already like an existing ailment, like if they already have like a hairline fracture in their ankle or foot, their arm or whatever, and you push them or you shove them, right? They're going to milk that like nobody's business. They're going to be like, I need a doctor, I need a medical assistance, blah, blah, blah. And then they do x-rays and, oh my God, you have a hairline fracture. I want to press charges because they did blah, 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 blah. You need to be mindful of this person. They are doing dirty, dirty tricks because they want you to take on their karmic debts. They want you to be imprisoned like them. They don't think it's fair that you're free. Six of Cups reversed. This is somebody from your past. So, in other words, this is someone who you are not associating with right now. And I think it's good that you're not associating with this person right now. So, it's kind of like you cleared this person out of your energy, right? Which is amazing. Because now, when this person tries to enter your energy, your auric field, it's going to be picked up on. You're going to notice it. You're going to pick up on it like nobody's business. It's going to be like, oh, there's an intruder. Where is it coming from? Right there, that person. Versus when this person was in your energy was so muddled because you didn't care, unmotivated, all that stuff, right? So you couldn't really pick up on where that specific energy was coming from. But now that this person has not been in your energy, there's a lot of sixes here. Mature woman, 6 reverse, 6 of Pentacles, 6 reverse, 6 of Cups, 6 reverse. There's a lot of sixes. So I'm also getting 666 reflect to your higher spiritual truth. So you basically loved yourself. You woke up, blah, 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 blah. So the minute that this person enters your auric field, starts walking towards you, gets near you, you're going to be able to pick up on this sinister energy. You're too clean. Your energy is very, very clean. So it's easy for you to pick up on these things now. To pick up on this woman. You're going to know. A lot of you, this is someone you're not currently, like, they're not in your energy. And I'm also getting with the 6 of Cups reverse. This person, they don't have a good view on life. They're like very cynical, very miserable, of course, right? It's crazy because they did all this to, like, this is someone who, like, did this to get married. Even in marriage, like, they're still not happy. It's like, you did all this to get married and you're still not happy in your marriage, you're still not happy in your relationship, you're still, like, they're just, because they don't understand love. There's more to love than just a rinky-dink marriage. Okay? This is someone that you're not currently communicating with. There's going to be something, I picked up on this before, there's going to be an event that's coming up for a lot of you. You're going to be getting invited to an event. This woman will be at that event. This woman will utilize that event to start something with you, which is obviously super inappropriate because you're starting trouble at someone else's event. That's so inappropriate. All right? This is a very miserable person. Could be a karmic Scorpio as well, an older Scorpio woman. So if you're a Scorpio, this person is also a Scorpio. It doesn't matter what sign you are. You could be a Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini. But I'm getting with those signs too. This person, they want what you have. And the way they communicate to you, the way that they're going to communicate with you, is supposed to make you feel guilty about the things that you have. With that Gemini Taurus energy, they're going to try to manipulate a situation to where you feel guilty. I was also getting that yesterday or last night, that somebody wants to make you feel guilty about what you have. This is this woman. This is not going to work out for her. 2 of Wands reversed in the bottom of the deck. It's not going to work out for her. I don't know. She's just going to have to accept the fact that, like, she can't have what's not hers. That's it. This is someone who just feels some type of way because they don't have what you have, and they're trying to use the fact that they're older than you, they're wiser than you, they've lived a longer life than you. They're trying to justify the fact that why you have what you have shouldn't be yours. And I hate to say it, but your ancestors don't care what they think. And if this is someone in your family, they're alone. They're alone. They're not being supported. If anything, they're just proven why they don't have this. Like, you're sitting here trying to steal someone else's great love, but you have all this trauma and chaos in your life that you're not looking at. You're not trying to heal and clean up, but you're putting all your energy into trying to steal something that's not yours. Like, make it make sense? Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Psalms 9:1-1. 90:1. Yeah, you have help. And you have protection. And it's crazy because in the beginning... Hold on. I swear, that girl is so clever. I'm not surprised, though. Yes, my love.
Can you help me to ice cream?
You were already doing it. You don't need my help. You can do it. It's not like you asked me for permission anyways.
Garbage, okay.
Yeah, in the beginning of the video, there was nothing but like sirens and ambulances and fire trucks and blah, blah, blah. Right? Look, it says 911, 911. You're very protected. God is all around you. Your ancestors, the universe. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. You're very protected. You're like literally being kept under God's wing. You're under like angel wings and Psalms 91:1. Yeah. If you say help, God would be like, what's going on? Let's read and bye.